Sony releases a new lens and camera body? Stay tuned to find out. What is good, YouTube? It's that one camera guy back at again with another video for you. Today we're going to do a talking head video going over the announcements that Sony just dropped on a new lens and sort of a new camera body. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As far as the lens, Sony just released an 18-135 3.5 to 5.6 aperture variable aperture lens. Who is it for? Okay, we're going to go ahead and dive into that a little more deeply. As far as specifications, 18-135 converts to about 27 to 200 millimeters in terms of full frame equivalent. It says it has some elements to reduce color fringing as well as chromatic aberration. Whether that's actually going to help or not, we're going to see in the test results that people do. It has a linear autofocus motor similar to the 2870. It has one of those motors as well. It's quiet. It's not the fastest lens out there in terms of speed, but it's quiet and it works. And they do say in the literature that you'll have silent autofocus in video, which is always really good. Another thing they decided to do was drop in an autofocus manual focus switch. Thank you, Sony, for doing that. Whether you'll need it or not, at some point you'll find it useful. Hopefully. Minimum focusing distance is 1.5 feet. Magnification is 0.29x, so you can get a little bit of macro performance out of that lens. And then 7 rounded aperture blades, and the overall package of the lens itself is 326 grams. 55 millimeter filter thread. So those are the specifications on that lens for those of you wondering about it. So first, let's address the elephant in the room. APS-C is not dead. Sony's still making lenses for it, which is a good thing. Maybe this will be the year 2018 where we'll see a handful of APS-C lenses roll out for this system, which is what I'm hoping it will be. Sony hit the G Master full frame line 2016, 2017, so we're definitely hoping for some APS-C glass. We do have third-party manufacturers not slowing down. We've got, the 30mm Sigma f1.4, which is an absolutely nice prime lens in terms of speed and performance, and then you got the 16mm. I actually have a rental coming in today, so I will be looking at testing that lens out some more going into the next week or so. But there are some third-party options out there, but I know the amateur enthusiasts and the advanced hobbyists are looking for an f2.8 zoom lens like a 16-50 or 17-55, and I don't think we're going to see one right away. I think maybe once there is an Alpha 6700 on the horizon, we'll probably see a drop of an f2.8 constant zoom lens that people have been clamoring about for those amateur enthusiasts. And I would even say some professionals could take advantage of that camera system as well. I wouldn't say it's just for the hobbyists that would grab this particular camera system. So there's plenty more in the year to go. So there's a few more events happening throughout the year where the potential for a release is abound. Now let's do some comparisons with the actual sizes. This is the 18-105. It's an f4, and a lot of comparisons are being made to this particular lens because it's a similar price. It's about $600. The 18-135 is also $600, so people are making general comparisons to that. But what's really interesting about the 18-135 is that it's actually smaller than this lens. The 28-70 is actually similar to the 18-135. In terms of its specs, it does mention that it's just slightly taller than this lens. So if you look at this lens right now, you can see it. Here it is with the 18-105. You'll notice that the 18-105, let's see there we go. The 18-105 is actually, definitely taller. Let me go ahead and mount it on to an A6000 really quick so you have some perspective here. So here it is with the A6000, and it's fairly compact. It's not heavy, right? So you're going to get an 18-135 that's about this size, and it gives you 18-135 zoom range. And here's the 18-105 next to it in terms of just its overall height. Okay, so if you're looking for something compact, the 18-135 might be the lens that you want as a general casual lens. And why is it an interesting lens? I can't express enough that I get this question a lot from people who are always saying, I want to get an A6000, I want to get an Alpha 6300, what lens should I get? You typically have the kit lens option 16-50. You have also the 16-70 f4, which are all very expensive options. Now considering the fact that you have a 16-70, an 18-105, and now this 18-135, which are all over about $600 and above, which one should you gravitate towards and pick up? I am going to say right now is I would hold off on the 18-135 because I don't believe it's a $600 lens at all. It looks more like a $300 lens, and I think within a year or two, you're going to see that thing drop in price. More than likely, you're going to see it bundled with the 6000, 6300, 6500 at a steep discount. So as far as optical quality, we don't know yet officially. I am going to try and get around to, like I said, to try and test out that lens, and you'll definitely see some review sites look at the 18-135 because, yes, it's not going to please the amateur enthusiasts and advanced hobbyists, but it is a really good general purpose lens for its form factor. Comparing that to the Canon 18-135, I had one of those lenses before in the past, absolutely loved it for its reach and performance. Just in general, it was actually really nice to have. And with the 18-135 being smaller than the actual Canon counterpart, by the way, the Canon is about 480 grams and higher because they have two models versus 326 grams. So you're getting this good reach in a really compact size body, which is good. Okay, that's a good thing. Last thing I want to go over is a new colorway for the Sony Alpha 6300. This is the Alpha 6000 that I have here, and it's going to have a similar colorway to this. I know the argument that folks will be saying is, why in the world do we need another colorway for the camera? Because people care about those things. I mean, I don't care about it as much as others would be concerned. I just really like the colorway, so I went ahead and picked up the A6000 in the silver graphite colorway. So the silver color, I don't know if it's going to be similar to this. I guess it'll be similar, but maybe slightly different. But people like those different color options. My running joke is probably the fact that it overheats, right? We know the Alpha 6300 had overheating issues, and having a camera that is not dark all the way through is going to reflect some of that heat off of the camera body and let it record for a little bit longer. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you have an Alpha 6300 and would you have picked up a silver color instead of the black one that you have now if you have an Alpha 6300. Folks, that's going to do it for me in this video. Let me know your thoughts on the 18-135. Are you interested in it? If you are an A6000 user, would you consider picking one up as a advanced kit lens, I would say, like a more advanced kit lens? Yeah, let me know. That'll do it for me, guys. Like, subscribe, check out my other content. And with that said, I'm your host, That One Camera Guy, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.